Split squat, front foot elevated, ATG, body weight. The ATG split squat is one of the best, if not the best, exercise for building bulletproof knees. The ATG split squat requires you to take the knee into full flexion, and by doing so, you increase the thickness of the tendons, build strong and stable knees, and drastically decrease the chance of knee injury. The ATG split squat is also a very powerful rehab exercise when used correctly. If you're not taking your knees into full flexion, you're leaving performance on the table while increasing the chance of knee injury. The ATG split squat actively strengthens the muscles of the knee while also passively stretches the tendons and ligaments. It's also a great stretch for the hip flexors, so it's a real bang for your buck exercise. The beginner's variation of the ATG split squat is performed with the front foot elevated and at body weight. The higher the elevation, the easier the exercise, and the lower the amount of force placed in the knee. As strength and mobility improves, you can start to lower the height of the elevation. Place one foot on the elevated surface and the other foot on the floor. Imagine you're standing on tram tracks and not a tightrope. The heel of the rear foot never touches the floor, and the hips must remain square, which is achieved by internally rotating the rear hip. Do not allow the rear hip to externally rotate as you move up and down. The glute of the rear leg stays contracted, and the heel of the rear foot is slightly turned out so the knuckles of both the pinky toe and the big toe are always pushing into the floor. The movement is both forward and down at the same time, with the goal of taking the knee into full flexion and pushing the knee over the toes. As you move down and forward, you must actively contract the hamstring muscle to pull yourself deeper into the squat. At the same time, the knee of the front leg must track over the toes and not collapse inwards. At the bottom of the movement, it's okay for the heel of the front foot to lift off the elevated surface and the weight to move to the ball of the foot. The aim is to close the angle between the hamstring and calf muscles. Try to keep the torso upright and feel a deep stretch in the front of the rear hip as you reach the bottom position. As you stand up, you must fully extend the front knee so the leg is straight at the top of each rep. Make sure you use the breath to help stabilize the movement. As you move down and forward, breathe in through the nose and deep into the belly, trying to expand 360 degrees. At the bottom of the rep, hold your breath before slowly exhaling through the mouth as you stand up. Perform the prescribed number of reps on one side before switching and repeating on the opposite side.